the best around. Nothing's gonna ever keep you down.
Good morning, Santa Barbara Teen Sports listeners. I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in every single Tuesday, 9 a.m. This is a whole hour of Santa Barbara Teen Athletes and all those people and businesses that just go out there and support those athletes. I get goosey now because I have so many exciting things to share. I can't even tell you. Every single week, it looks like for the next, I don't know, until like school, we get back to school, okay, in September, everyone is donating gifts right now. I don't know what the heck is going on. So we're going to start off with a gift, okay?
All right.
I mean, as you know, and I can't announce because I forgot who we gave it away, but we had the $200 of Kisi Bella, okay? Nothing but cakes. I got it. Beverly and Beth, we love you. When the Westmont, over 300 kids, they were all over Facebook. We blew it all up. They gave each Westmont, not one of those little buttlets, okay? You know, those bite sets. I'm talking a real
buttlets.
Buntletties. Buntinis?
Buntinis.
Buntinis.
Thank you, correcting me. Good.
I know what I have to do, because I usually bring home the leftovers, never again, because, you know, talk about building the wall. Let's talk about building that wall, right? Well, if something happens, I need to build that wall like 2 o'clock in the morning, because I swear it hit. Buntini. You know what I mean? And I know they're in the kitchen. Buntini. You know, and I swear to God, and I want that wall, Dr. D. I want that wall. I don't want to be able to go over that wall. I don't want, and I've been in a closet Buntini eating. I'm just going to be honest with you. 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, because I start with whatever's left over from here. She usually gives us a couple dozen, right? Because you don't want them. You're smart. So I take them home, okay, knowing that I'm going to give them away the next day. And I swear to God, they're missing. There's 2 or 3 missing. I have no memory of eating them.
You're sleep eating.
I am sleep eating. I don't know what's wrong with me. Oh my God, they help me. Okay, all right. So we got to move forward. Back to the Westmont.
Yes.
Each graduate, when they picked up their cap and gown, they each got a bunt cake.
Oh my Lord.
Oh yeah. Over 300.
And those are huge. I know that she says they're only 8 inches, but that's huge.
Yeah.
We got our first one.
Yeah.
And we're still working on it, and we've had it for 4 weeks.
Yeah. You're so funny. You freeze it?
I mean,
Put it in a little zippy bag?
About what you have to do.
They probably speak to you, too.
So what I'm...
Seriously.
Eat me.
I know, exactly.
No, I think that I may go over there the next time and say, I realize that this is for an 8-inch bunt cake. Could we convert this into a box of Buntinis?
I know. No, see, I don't want those.Ey're too deadly for me.
Where were they when I graduated from college?
I know. But, you know, they're sweet. I mean, honestly, she's dropping anybody that is associated with...
Unbelievable.
Yeah, they are. They put Teen Sports Radio on the box, and anybody that is related to us in our business partners page, check it out. I'm getting phone calls random, like, thank you for the Buntinis. I'm like, what? Like, you know what I mean? She just went out on the site because she's part of our family now. Yeah. And she's welcoming herself to everybody associated with this radio show.
But you know what that tells me?
So I love her. It
tells me she is doing really well.
Yeah, no, well, there was a line at the door the other day at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah. I mean, a line out the door. Yeah. It was awesome.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I love it.
It's the cutest shop.
Right. It's a boutique.
Yeah, I love it.
It's a Buntini boutique. You know, I love it. On Cali Real. You got to check it out.
Across from, I think it's like across from Albertsons.
Joanne Stoltz was the hit of the day.
Or Trader Joe's. Yeah, over in Goleta.
Caldwell Banker gave a nice donation. Joanne Stoltz, yes, we love you. Hugs, kisses, Joanne. I know you're listening. So I asked her, I had this list, who would you like? I said, well, anytime you're dropping off a check, to one of our linked nonprofits, of course. So, so all of a sudden she gets home from a nice little caravan. She goes, she didn't know what to say. She's speechless. I said, Joanne, you're just an awesome woman. She goes, I'm going to buy Buntinis for all of my open house. See? Woo! That's how we give it back. Wow. It just never ends.
Unbelievable.
Okay, Brian Folk. Who knows who he is? You know? You do? Who is he?
He is the fantastic acupuncturist in Carpinteria.
Dominique Hackett knows who he is. He's also a co-host. Well, guess what he's going to do? All right, anybody. Smartphones out. All right. If you're watching and you can't watch us, so that's funny. If you're listening to us and you're at work, okay, boom, like stealth, jump out of your little, what do you call it, a program?
Cubicle.
Jump out, jump on to teensportsradio.com and send us an email. Erica, not that one. You won't get there then. No, queenofteensb@gmail.com. And just put acupuncture in the reason, okay? And then we're going to total them all up, and then I'm going to have somebody, pick. If you're related to me, sorry, you can't qualify because it has to be totally legit. I don't want any haters, okay? Nobody can say, oh, yeah, Erica knows her. I know a lot of people, but cannot be connected to me. And we're going to give you a 1-hour session with Dr.
Nice.
Brian Folk. And let me tell you, this guy is amazing. He just does it all. Dominique, you've had him. What?
Yeah, he incorporates the aromatherapy along with the Chinese acupuncture. And he just has a really good read on your body mechanics and how to balance out your body based on what it needs in the moment. So it's really nice. His sessions are wonderful.
Yes, Dominique, you said it. There's nothing for me to add. So again, I'm gonna announce it a couple more times this show, but right now, boom, okay. If you want acupuncture for 1 hour, he's located in Carpinteria. It's absolutely free. Send us an email, queenofteensb@gmail.com.
And Brian Falk's information is on our website.
Yes, he is. All right, to your right, Dominique Hackett. We're going to get to you. Woo!
Whoa.
I didn't even know your name. Who are you? Steve Stokes, Athletic Director, Providence, because they dumped that hall. How
They
you
dumped
doing?
the hall. Doing great.
Thank God you had your
great.
Providence shirt on because I blanked.
You know
why? Because I'm jonesing for a Buntini. That's it. Okay.
I hear all the time that people don't recognize me without Providence gear on anymore.
I know. Oh, you wear it well. You're the poster child.
I think red, white, and blue looks good on everybody.
Yeah. Oh, it's true. It does. What's going on with Providence?
We're just kind of, our spring sports are all winding down. Volleyball playoffs just ended, and we're getting ready for the summertime. And, our basketball team, we got Summer League coming up, and we got our youth basketball camp.
Nice.
Youth basketball camp's coming up. We're doing 2 weeks of youth basketball camp, and if you'd like to register your kid, it's
sure, nice.
You could just get in touch with me at sstokes@providencesb.org. You sign your kid up for camp.
How much is it?
It's $75 for the week,
right?
And if you want to come to both, it's $140, so you get a $10 discount on it. We got NBA guys coming in to speak to the campers. We got college guys.
Name drop. What?
We got
to be announced. What?
TBA. There's going to be a couple NBA guys,
nice.
And there's going to be a guy that's going to be drafted here pretty soon. So
yeah, nice, Colby. No, just kidding. No, we're not having that. I'm gonna be
what ages is that for?
If next year, incoming 3rd to 8th graders. So if you're in 2nd to 7th grade right now, it's a youth basketball camp. And
is that at Westmont?
It's up at our practice facility at St. Mary's, which is NBA-sized court. A lot of the guys, a lot of professional players, when they come into town during the summertime, they use that gym to train. And it's co-ed. We have our varsity basketball players. They lead a lot of the week, so get an opportunity to come out. And what I love about our camps more than anything is by the end of the week, all our campers, they have their own favorite Providence basketball player by the end of the week. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, you shared a story at break. Share it again, because I love hearing it. Go ahead, Westmont story, because
we do have a Westmont story. David Winter, who used to be the president at Westmont before Gail Beebe, whose son also plays for me. David Winter was the first headmaster at Providence when it was Providence Hall.
Yeah, now that I did not know.
Yes, yeah, he and that's why there's a even right from the very get-go at our school, there's a very large Westmont heavy presence, teachers, staff, faculty. Right. I feel like I'm out of the loop as one of the only ones that doesn't.
It's a feeder school.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm like one of the only people that's not involved with Westmont. And his wife, Helene Winter, comes up to me the other day and was like, "Oh, I heard you on the radio.
Wow!
Talking about Providence. I thought it was incredible."
Did she say anything about the Queen of Teen? No.
She loved the show.
Just the whole show.
And she's obviously. I don't remember mentioning it to her. So she's a regular listener. So she might be listening right now. So
we love you.
Hello, Helene Winter. Hope you're having a great morning.
I'm going to get her a bundt cake.
All right, let's get her a bundt cake.
She'll listen more. This way she has something to eat while she listens. You got to chew while you listen. to this show. You got to chew on something, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Well, I tell you, we loved your husband. I was there at 82, 83, and awesome. They're a legacy family. Thank you. Let's put them, give a hand together. Yeah, love them. All right, to your right, we have, I'm so excited, Dr. Dale Figtree. Hey! Woo! You have a segment for us today, but you could give us a little taste of what you're going to talk about if you want before we go to break.
Before I mention that, I just wanted to say that this is a great time to go to the farmers markets. They're every day around the different places of Santa Barbara. Fresh peaches are coming in that are as sweet as ever, nectarines, plums. It's just spring has sprung, and so go visit.
Nice. Good idea. Everybody, get out there. Go. We got to support our farmers. Come on now. Dominique, you want to add to that? My soon-to-be master gardener.
Yes. We just want to encourage everyone to connect with the local produce, the local farmers, say hi, smile, have that connection, because that's part of your enjoyment of your food, and you actually improve your digestion. When you know where your foods come and you feel connected and you feel grateful, your digestion improves.
Wow.
And then you don't have that buntini need. I don't know why I keep it in my head. I can't even stop now. Okay, we're going to talk real fast. We've got a couple of minutes. Put your hands together. Kristen Sneddon.
Hello.
All right, let's do a quick little recap. Freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. It is May 24th. Fourth. I knew it. I knew what it is. It's the sugar rush. Go ahead.
Well, before I run through the different grades, there's a really big news coming out of City College called the SBCC Promise, and I don't know if you've heard about this. It is a game changer. Nice. Area graduates from our schools can go to City College for 2 years free, including books, tuition, fees, and expenses. It's a really, really big deal. They're hoping that people will go full time. They'll make their time there quick and efficient and get a lot out of it while they're there, and then get moving on to their four-year universities. So
now with the hundreds of overseas students that we have, because Laura, I have an overseas student. I mean, it's not going to apply to her this year, but it'll apply to her next year
if she graduates from an area school.
Yeah.
No, so it's not residency. It'll be people who graduate from area schools.
Right. Well, she's going to graduate from DP.
Then she's in.
But I think there was, you know better than me because I don't know.
Well, there may be, I'm not sure with international students who are visiting.
For 12 months. Is that what it was, Dean?
Yes. Yeah.
She has to be here for 12 months. So
and you do have to sign up within 12 months of graduating.
Right.
So you can take some gap time, decide what to do, but they're really hoping.
It's huge.
It's huge. It's huge in our community and a great offering for college choices. Yeah.
And the fact that textbooks are included.
Which is really huge. I mean, textbooks can be upwards of $1,200, $1,400 a semester. Right. It's a really big deal.
All right, let's take a break, and then we're going to talk about where you got to be freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. How about that?
Sounds good.
Okay, because I'm parched, and I'm going to sneak out, see if Beverly left some buntinis on the ground out there. I'm smelling something. I don't know. It's in my mind. It's in my mind. All right, let's take a little break. It's go time. This is Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. We'll be back with a lot more after these messages. We are back, and this is the Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in.
Every single Tuesday.
9 a.m. Okay, now you're on.
All right. So seniors, they have now committed formally to their colleges. This is a really exciting time, and now they can focus on graduating and all of the fun things about the rest of the year. Congratulations, seniors.
Seniors,
really.
put it out there. Woo!
What a ride that is. And for juniors, they are just finishing a massive year of testing. They've probably taken 5 AP tests already, ACT, SAT, 2 subject tests already. And really now they have to gear up for that marathon that the seniors just went through. So take a breath. Take a little bit of time and really gear up over the summer. You can start working on your essays this summer. Please do. If you're applying to up to 14 schools, it's just too many to do right in the fall when you're trying to get everything else done. So use this summertime wisely in a relaxed way to start those essays. Freshmen and sophomores, yes.
What's the cost right now to apply, just to be back in the loop?
It's around $70 per application.
So people really do 14, 16 schools? They
do.
That much money?
They do. do, and it goes up to $90.
Right.
There are fee waivers if you're on free and reduced lunch. Then there are fee waivers for applications.
Don't you think it's a lot? I mean, if you do
it is a lot.
It's just part of it.
It is a lot. But in this last season, I had students who got into 2 out of 17, and I had students who got into 16 out of 17.
I got
and
you.
it's just so unpredictable.
Right.
So unless you cast that net broadly and really don't get your hopes too high on any one particular school, but maybe on a type of school.
Got it.
It's just so important right now for it's a crazy time. It's a crazy time in the predictability of where you'll go.
Got you.
So it's kind of worth it. If you're going to put your money somewhere, put it into extra applications to broaden those choices.
Gotcha.
So freshmen and sophomores, I mean, freshmen, you've been through your year. You really know where your strengths are, maybe where you need some extra support. Get that support for your sophomore year. Get extra tutoring. Get extra help. You'll know where you need to be right now at the end of your freshman year. And really for sophomores too, develop an interest that is maybe outside of school. It doesn't have to be at school. It doesn't have to be a club. It can be anything you're genuinely interested in. It could be playing with bunnies and helping them out, or gardening, or farmers market. Really anything community-based or service-oriented, or just a genuine interest at all, because you want to have long-term interest. So if you wait until your junior year, your senior year, it doesn't show to the application that you've had a long-term interest. So this is really your time to find a genuine passion. Explore it now.
Right. You know, we have a teen co-host in the house, Ava.
All right.
I bet you thought I forgot about you. Fooled you.
Oh yeah, a little lonely in this corner.
I know you have a question. What's your question? Because you're going to be representing all of the teens.
Oh yeah.
To ask Kristen a question. You have a question for her?
I do. So as a freshman, oh my gosh, a little flustered here. What would you recommend me doing this year as an extracurricular thing that I could get that would look good on college applications?
Maybe a co-host on a radio show.
Well, holy smokes, Ava. I was about to say.
I was like normal, you know?
Yes. Well, let's just take you for instance. So what led you here as co-hosting was your interest in singing and performing, right? And Teen Star, which you were so phenomenal in. But that was a genuine interest of yours, right? That's something you truly enjoyed, something you pursued because it was an actual genuine interest. And that's what you're going for. And when you really do pursue things you're genuinely interested in, they lead to other genuine interests. And that, you know, I don't want to say looks good. It just is good. It's good living. It's good teenage years. It's a good way to spend your life. And when they look at what looks good, they're looking for people who pursue their interests and have something outside of just what's offered on paper to contribute to the student body. So you're doing it, girlfriend. You're already there.
That was really well put.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's really good. That was awesome.
Thank you.
Well done.
There you go.
Bam!
Getting emotional.
I know, she also starts crying. It's nice.
Live that life.
Freshman is knocked out, so sophomore and seniors are done. Juniors, sophomore, junior.
Yeah, so the juniors really do need to pause after all that massive testing and start this summer looking at essays, starting those essays. And then if you had one test or the other, the ACT or the SAT that's stronger, really power that out one more time in the fall. Just one more time, not
and they combined
times.
it now. They don't take the best. They do the combined scores,
right? This is actually a really big change.
Yeah,
so they used to let you super score. You could pick your best math portion of one seating and your best language portion of another seating, but now like even the UCs, they want to see all your scores.
Gotcha.
And they will pick from each one. But so those days of like, oh, I'll just take it and see how it goes, not a good idea.
Okay.
Take it after you've prepared, do your best, and then take it again when you can do better.
Right.
Don't just keep taking it to see how it goes.
Give it Reader's Digest version, you know, about your program, because basically, I mean, you own your own business right now. You're also working over at City College. You have your master's, and you're loving the whole education vocation of kids. So how do we get a hold of you?
You can get a hold of me on my website, collegekeystone.com, or call me 680-6341, or email me, Kristen@collegekeystone.com. And truly, I love everything to do with education. Just keep it going. I believe we should be lifelong learners, old, young, all of us. So give me a call. We'll chat about whatever you're interested in.
So do you recommend a 8th grader? I mean, I put both of my kids summer before freshmen. That's when I started both of them, because it's basically bye-bye. That's what I want to do.
No, and that's the time. And
because I just wanted somebody else to be responsible.
Yeah.
So I'll write the check, or credit card or whatever, but I wanted them to be accountable and, because my kids have had coaching, I mean, I'm not going to not invest in a college coach if I paid $90 an hour, teach them how to swing, and hit a ball. You know what I mean?
One thing that I'm seeing a lot of lately is trickle-down parental stress.
Right.
And so when the parent feels they have to hold all the cards and research everything and be looking at everything.
It's impossible.
It's impossible.
I tried
for
for 5
one,
seconds.
it is.
No, really.
And,
I hit
and
the
it
computer
trickles
on,
down.
and it was over.
It just, your child feels that stress that the parent is feeling. So if you can break it out and have a coach or another advisor, it can be a school counselor too.
Right.
Someone you can talk to separately when your child is not right there, and then someone your child can talk to separately. I have students who text me just directly all day long about, should I take this? Should I take that? Should I sign up for that? And when it really is, because they're taking ownership of their own education.
Right. And shout out to all the counselors out there. Andy Gill is one of our co-hosts. I mean, they do such a great
phenomenal job.
But it's not that it doesn't leave room for you.
Individual care.
Yeah, individual care, definitely.
Yeah. And just all the conversations with parents too.
Yeah.
It can alleviate the stress of the family if the parent can make a separate phone call all about all these questions, get those answered, and then, relax and have a nice conversation with their student.
For all the athletes out there also, I've been around a lot of athletes that have been good enough to be, recruited by different colleges. College coaches, first question out of their mouth, not how many points a game do you score, what are your test scores?
Right.
Yeah, they matter. They matter.
Because they're not going to spend all this time recruiting you if you can't get into the school. And, I've had a lot of college coaches actually talk to me about, even before they see him play, just by looking at their test scores and what their GPAs, you could tell what kind of work ethic they have.
That's what it is.
They say, hey, if you're a 2.3, 2.4, you're probably not the hardest worker. So, those test scores say a lot about a person. And if you're, that person, even if you're an athlete, really important to put in the work on those things.
Yep. And there are a lot of free resources too. I volunteer at the Santa Barbara High once a week with avid students doing SAT and ACT prep, and they put groups together for me to work with, but there are also other community resources, and it's just important to get a little preparation.
Great.
Yeah.
Definitely. Kristen, thank you so much. All right, if anybody out there want to give her a call, it's 680-6341. This is Erica Sald. We're going to take a little short break. We'll be back with more after these messages. We are back, and this is the Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in
every single Tuesday,
9 a.m. All right, does anybody know, Ava, do you know where else you can find us?
Gosh, you can find you on your website, and I know that. And then you can also hair flip. And then you can also call around because everyone knows you in Santa Barbara. You can also call the Bunt Cake Lady because she really knows you.
Everybody knows you. TeenSportsRadio.com is good. We have Facebook, YouTube, we have the internet. And if you want to check us out again, we're going to be airing tonight at 11, 2 o'clock on Sunday. And my favorite, the Buntini moment at 3:15 a.m. on Monday. There's something about eating a Buntini and listening to yourself at 3:15 in the morning. I don't know what it is. It's just like, oh my God, it's nuts.
At 3 o'clock, you need that sugar high, to get you through the rest of the day.
I'm just like, oh, there's something wrong with me. It's an addiction. I don't know what it is. Also, if you just tuned in, you're okay. You're halfway through. We still love you. If you have a smartphone, okay, check out this. We're going to give a 1-hour visit with our resident acupuncturist, co-host, Brian Falk. He's going to give a 1 hour away. And to get that, what you've got to do is, to be eligible, you have to send me an email at queenofteensb@gmail.com. And then I'm going to print all those copies, and somebody's going to pick a pick. Dr. D picked last time. I don't know. We're going to go around the room. Someone's going to pick, and then person's going to be, I'm going to reach out to you. You're going to get a nice 1 hour visit. You're going to love it. It's amazing. If you've never experienced acupuncture, you should just check it out. It's a 10. Okay, so in the house, Ava brought some guests.
I did.
Yeah, I love you.
So I know, I love you too. So I brought 3 incredible track players from Santa Barbara High School. So we have Madison, Andrea,
Sophia.
Woo! Madison, Andrea, and Sophia.
So
nice. And then, what's your last name?
Madison McDaniel.
Yeah.
Andrea Gonzalez.
Sophia Chicote.
Oh, Ooh, I like that. Nice. Thank you, ladies, for showing up today.
So thanks you guys so much. Really appreciate you all coming out. So a couple questions for you guys. I just want to know what were some of the highlights and challenges of your guys' season this year?
Well, highlights for me, almost tying the meet record at jumping 5'2". The meet record was 5'3". It was super hard considering I had recently hurt my quad, and so I was jumping on a hurt quad. But overall, it was a really good experience, and I hope to do well at the Masters meet relay as well. So, yeah.
Congratulations. And
Thank you.
You guys get up on there, say who you are, okay?
When you're talking about jump, are you talking about triple jump, high jump?
High jump.
High jump.
Yeah, it's with the bar, yeah.
I'm Andrea, and one of my highlights was getting a PR in high jump and my sprints. It was really fun just competing with all the girls and everyone that was in my heat. It was just incredible.
What do you sprint in? What's the distance?
100, 200, the relays, and then high jump also as my event.
That's great, Andrea.
Hey, I'm Sophia, and a highlight of my track season would definitely be conquering both hurdle races, which is the 100 meter or the 110, the 300, and then also doing long jump. And I set new records for myself in all of those, so that was really cool.
That's awesome. I'm so proud of you guys because I had an honor of being on the team with you, and you all were just amazing. And Maddie, you mentioned earlier something about the Masters meet, so if you want to go in more detail about qualifications and other meets you had to do.
Yeah, recently at the CIF finals, prelims, you had to qualify at 5'1", and for the Masters relay, the mark is around 5'2". It's a really hard mark considering every girl jumps around the same, so you really just have to push, and we will find out if we qualify within a few days, so I really hope that goes well, and it's the best of the best, so you really have to work for it.
Nice.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. And Andrea, for sprints this year, so I know I was on some relay teams with you, and just how did you like that since it was your first year of track at the high school compared to track in previous years?
I had a lot of fun with all the different girls, being on your relay and Maddie's relay.
Did she ever drop that little thing that you hold that you pass?
The baton.
The baton?
No. Boom! No? That wasn't her?
She
never
did.
dropped the baton.
Maddie dropped
it.
Okay.
Wow. No Bantini for you.
No, but it was really fun being with the team and all,
Nice. Fantastic.
That's just awesome. And then Sophia, I know you do track on top of flamenco and singing. So do you want to go in more detail with that, with Fiesta and what's coming up for you?
Yeah, so right now we're still just getting prepared for the upcoming Fiesta, and it's going to be a lot easier to put more focus on that now that the track season is...
That's cross-training.
That's
That's cross-training.
Yeah, it's a lot of work to do
and
all of that.
and all that, right?
Yeah, it's actually really bad to do all of that, but I do it anyway because I'm so inspired. Not at all, actually. Yeah, but I love doing all of those things, and singing is probably... I'm in a band, so that's takes up less time, and Fiesta is just insane. It's so crazy and so fun, so I still do it, and now that track is ending, it's a lot easier. But
track, flamingo, and singing.
Yeah.
You're in a band.
Yeah.
Kind of band.
Kind of all around. We do some Queen, we do some Maroon 5, but we perform. Yeah, we perform all over the place.
Jump over things like the hurdles, and that's dangerous.
Yeah.
Then you throw on a dress, right, and you do the cha-cha, and then you just rock out with Queen.
Yeah,
that's just too cool.
It's super fun, actually. Yeah,
that's amazing.
Yeah,
that's really cool. You have nothing to say?
I'm just sitting
She's like in a Providence shirt. No, that's not going to happen.
Everybody
no, Santa Barbara right here.
Everybody look, and it's right
She's
across
a Dawn,
the street.
baby.
Right
she likes green. That's it.
Oh, man.
Green and gold.
All right, Kristen wants to get in there. She's afraid to grab the mic. Just jump in. Be aggressive.
Okay, wow. I've seen you dance, and I have not heard you sing, and I'm wondering if it might be fun sometimes to bring your band in to come and visit with the show. And I always have this question with young people who do so much more than we did when we were young people, I have to say, is how do you balance it all? Like, do you have time, and how do you make time to relax? Or is what you're doing, that is what's fun for you, and that's your main focus? I'm always very interested in that, how you balance it all.
Yeah, I just had a conversation with my parents about this. It's a little intense and kind of crazy, but I see that a lot of kids who have too much free time on their hands, they tend to be less motivated, and I have to try to do all these things. You know, I go from straight, finish school, I have a half hour to go to track, and then I have 45 minutes till I have to go to dance till like 9 o'clock, and then I come home and do all my homework, and other days I'm more free, but I really keep myself motivated because I love all the things that I do. The only way I can continue doing them is by keeping my grades up, and plus taking 2 AP classes and being in all honors is tough to do all of those things, but I don't know, we manage, so.
Fantastic.
I have a question for you. With all of your busyness and all of the things that you do, what do you manage to eat in between to keep yourself going?
Yeah, you know, that's
Dr. Dale Figtree, nutritionalist right here on board, co-host.
Yeah. Well, since I don't drive yet, my parents have to come pick me up and take me everywhere, and usually they just come bring me food, or I'll take something from one of my friends, whoever doesn't need it the most. But yeah, usually I don't eat till around, I don't know, way after 9. So that's kind of hard on my body, and just wanting to go to bed but not being able to. So I manage.
Yeah, a good
idea
is just keep a bag of fresh nuts and
I have fruit and everything
like
all the time. So
you got good protein and lots of vitamins and minerals. Yeah, great.
When did you guys first start getting involved in track?
Well, Andrea and I actually started with Club West in the end of elementary school, but we had a track team. Actually, Maddie, Andrea, and I all did it at, we all did the school track at Peabody.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess
from like 4th to 6th grade, we had
to
track meets at the same school that we practice at now. So that was also that's what motivated me to start doing track.
Yeah, definitely.
That's great that you got started early like that and you kept it. That's fantastic. Ladies, we're very impressed. Yes. Very nice. We're gonna take a short little break. This is Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. We're going to be back with more after these messages. We are back, and this is the Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in
every single Tuesday
at 9 a.m. All right, you want to tell us where we're at now?
All right, awesome. So it's Ava again on the mic, and I just wanted to ask a final question for my amazing track girls from SB.
Okay.
So all you guys were saying about your great coach from Peabody, and how do you think she or he has influenced you?
Who was that coach? What's that person's name?
Mr. Holbrook.
Mr. Holbrook, yeah. Put your hands together. Mr. Holbrook, you did it right. Look at that. I like that. They still kept it going. Go. Like it.
Awesome. So, Mr. Holbrook, shout out to you if you're listening. Probably will be. Anyways, so how do you think he motivated you guys to set records or personal records or make it to all the qualifying meets you guys have today?
Well, being at Peabody, it was just a really good experience in general. And then from 4th to 6th grade, I remember I couldn't wait to just like do track because I would hear all the upperclassmen talking about, oh, we get meets, da 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 da. And he, in PE, he would always see that I was interested in like running, or I just always do a lot of extra stuff. And so at the meets, I just really tried, and like he was very inspiring and like supportive and very helpful and just like really nice about it. And it was really cool, you know. And I got to set a couple of records at Peabody as well. It's still up there today.
Wow.
So that's really good. Yeah.
Very nice. Woo!
Awesome, Maddie. What about you, Andrea?
Honestly, the coaches had a really big part of like my track experience, with also Mr. Perkins and Mr. O, who helped me with my sprints. That's what I mainly focused on in long jump. And it was just them helping me move forward. Like, it was just a really good experience.
It's sweet.
Yeah, I think that the coaches were super chill. I had a really fun time with them all the time, and I know that because there were so many of us doing it, but not many of us who actually wanted to be there. You know, now we do track because we actually want to, but back at Peabody, it was you were just forced to go to the track meet. So when you would excel and do the things that we were doing as young kids, they said, oh, you should get involved in this, go to start Club West, go do all these things. So we did, and then we were like, oh, this is so cool. I want to keep doing this.
Nice.
So,
you want to make a shout out? We got a quick little minute before we introduce our next guest. You want to shout out any of your other player or other track people?
Shout out to Coach P.
Yeah, shout out to Coach P.
Yeah, go Coach.
Nice. Yeah. Anybody else? Any other girls?
Coach Edwards.
Oh yeah, thanks, Coach Edwards.
Nice.
And Kiasa.
What would you call? Give me. Describe Coach Pete in one word. I mean, if you had to say a word about Coach Pete. Any word. Determined.
Do it or don't do it. I don't know.
Do it or that's all right. It's more than a word, but I hear you. It's good. Yeah. What is it? Vigilant.
Motivational.
Vigilant.
Yeah.
Vigilant. I love that word. I don't know where I heard it. I think on CNN and Fox for the last 2 months. Yeah. Very vigilant. Just like, okay, build a wall. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, she's very motivational.
Professional.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I love that. All right, ladies, beautiful. Stick around if you want. I got some T-shirts for you and like little funsy things. Okay, I don't know if I have any buntinis left, but we'll see. All right?
Buntinis.
Great. Thank you all so much for coming.
Thank you very much. All right. Go ahead, Stokes. Do it.
Yeah, absolutely. I brought Rick Eichert here. If you want to come up.
Rick.
Ladies.
Yeah, Rick. You don't even know who he is. Get to know him.
Oh, you'll get to know him.
Okay. All right. Good.
He's a junior at Providence, and we talk on the show a lot. I've brought in basketball players, volleyball players, all sorts across the board, and we have a new one here for you today.
Okay.
We have a member of our Providence sailing team.
Really? Providence has a sailing team.
Hey.
Serious? I love that.
And how
it's like Bishop having a swim team. Do you know what I'm saying? No pool. I love that.
And actually, we didn't have one before this year, and Rick,
awesome.
Rick came into my office earlier this year, and he'll tell you the story a little bit deeper here, but he told me, hey, I've been sailing, for this many years,
nice.
And during the summers I work at the club over there, right. And he's like, hey, what do you think about like Providence just like kind of sponsoring like me? And he sails with another student.
Nice.
And I was like, he invited me to check it out, and it is no joke.
Yeah, no, it's not a joke.
It's no joke. It is a tough. I mean, it's not what you see in the movies on guys just kind of hanging out and letting the sailboats take you. It is hard work, and so we kind of help them out. We got some Providence, pennies that they wear and Providence gear that they wear out on the boats and
That's
stuff
beautiful.
like that. And he represents our school very, very well.
All right.
And one more thing that separates us from everybody else.
Nice. Good job. Hey,
Yeah.
Rick, nice to meet you. How you doing?
I'm good, and you?
All right, good. So you started when you were like 3?
Not when I was 3. I started junior high.
Oh, really?
I started, one of my teachers was actually the sailing coach at the Santa Barbara Youth Foundation. And then that's when I started sailing. I was sailing like once a week and then stopped for a couple years. And then last year I got a job at the Santa Barbara Sailing Center, which has been super fun and a lot of learning. And then this year, since I was more into sailing, I was like wanting a sailing team ever since freshman year, and I'm a junior now. So I was like, started sailing with one of my buddies because we started a joint Providence and Laguna Blanca team because we need 2 boats for a legal race team. So this year it was just me and one of my other Providence friends, and then next year we're gonna have our own official team.
So how big are the boats? Are they J19? They're not that big.
No, we're sailing FJs, so they're like 13 feet.
Okay, nice.
2 sails. Yeah.
We just could not have a Providence and Laguna merger.
Right.
We have to separate the two here.
Yeah. No, because you already decked the hall.
We decked the hall. We're our own thing.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, yeah.
That's like Santa Barbara and San Marcos having a team together. Not happening. Not happening.
So you have your own boat, or you rent the boat?
We have a deal through the Santa Barbara Youth Foundation.
You got to raise money for a boat, Steve?
We have a deal through the Santa Barbara Youth Foundation that we spend like a certain amount of money for coaching, and then boats are included, and then it also goes along with our regattas that we go on. So there's probably about 5 different regattas up along this coast that we race against other high schools, and these youth foundations have like 4 or 5 different high schools each in each youth foundation, and there's like 10 or 20.
There's a lot of math involved in it. People don't really even understand. I mean, you got to like the wind and all that kind of stuff. All of a sudden, somebody's just like darting right past you, and like, what the frick? You know what I mean? You're like, see, I would just wet the finger and put it up in the air, but that doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? That just doesn't work, right? No. Just asking. He's putting his finger up in the air because that means we have 1 minute. But don't look at him. Look at me. He's the producer, but I'm the queen of teen. Just keep your eyes on me. Don't worry. If I want him to go longer, he has to, because this is why I tell him. He's laughing right now. I just hurt my finger pointing at you. Ouch! Because this boom thing was in my way.
When I went out to go watch them, they practiced with the UCSB swim team, sailing team. My fault, not swim. Yeah.
I thought they were saving the swimmers. I don't know.
No, yeah.
So
you don't want that.
Bring them in. I don't know. Sophia's got nothing else to do between her singing and flamingo dancing and running over hurdles. If she wants to try sailing, that'll be fun for you.
Yeah, totally.
You would do it. Between sings Queen, takes the dress off, jumps over a hurdle, then flies on a boat. No? This would be good for you.
No,
you could do it if anybody could.
And sailing obviously isn't it's not an official CF sport or a sport. It's something that we just sponsor for these guys, but it's actually we don't have high school PE. It's like Rick doesn't play a sport on campus,
right?
And so we offer the opportunity to have independent PE credits.
Nice.
He's getting credit.
Right.
For going out and sailing, all the work that he does, and so he gets school credit for doing that too at Providence.
Nice.
So if you have other interests, even like we have mountain bikers and stuff like that, you get school credit for that as part of our independent PE program.
Well, they have an amazing athletic director over there at Providence, so that's just it's just good. It's perfect. Don't snort. I'm just saying, it's just sometimes
it's hard not to snort around you.
I know, exactly, because you get really excited when you're around me. Okay, so listen, we got to take a short. We're gonna take a short loop. You have a quick question?
Well, yeah. It was just my birthday, and my husband.
Happy birthday!
Thank you.
To sing?
No, please don't.
Want a Bantini?
Yeah, that would do. My husband just gave me sailing lessons, which I've always wanted to do. But now listening to you, I'm a little intimidated that it may be a little more rigorous than I'm expecting. But for an older starter in sailing, what advice do you have for me?
Well, it really depends on what boat you're taking.
No idea.
Because if it's a bigger boat, you can have it a little more leisurely, but at the same time, it's still a lot of work. You just think about what you're moving on the boat and think wisely, so you don't get your head hit by the boom or something like that.
Yeah. Real quick, I was on a J19 and I thought I was just going to be doing this, leisurely little, cruise, have a couple of beers. This is when I was in my 20s. I had 96 bruises on me. We won, okay, and I've never been on a boat before, and I have never flown back and forth because we're not, because now people are dropping their pants and everything. I'm like, hell no, okay, that's it, how dare you? And we ended up winning. I'm not kidding you. It's the first time in my life when I sat in a chair, I fell asleep. I mean, I was so spanked. It was bad. It was a lot of work. Let me tell you. Hats off to you. Let's take a little break. We got one little segment left. Don't go away. It's Erica Salder. We will be back with more after these messages. We are back, and this is the Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Salder, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in
every single Tuesday
at 9 a.m. What a show. Woo! Loved it. And I'm so excited. We're going to close it out with Dr. Dale Figtree. Put your hands together. Woo! Woo! Yeah!
Thank you, Erica. What I wanted to share today is a misconception that we grew up with, which is that we need to drink milk and dairy, which is really kind of shocking because it seems such a part of American life. But have you ever asked yourself, where does the cow get its calcium for the milk? It eats grass. And how about horses who are so strong? What do they eat? Wheat. And the strongest animal in the world, an elephant, what does it eat? Leaves. So the truth of the matter is that we don't need milk. As a matter of fact, milk has problems to it. There are many people allergic to it. It's actually one of the most allergic foods for people that I see that come to me as clients. People that have sinus problems and asthma, once I get them off of dairy, it's amazing how much better they do. There are a lot of digestive problems once you get off milk, so much better you do. So I want to have people people consider experimenting, just trying alternatives instead and see what happens. And some alternatives are the veggie milks, and they are out there in quantity and quality and variety. There are soy milk, there's rice milk, there's almond milk, there's now coconut milk. They're delicious. If you buy them, just try to read the ingredients and have the least amount of additives. And if you want to make your own nut milk, it's so easy. Just put a cup of milk at night in water, let it soak. It can be a combination of almonds and sunflower seeds. In the morning, you rinse it, put it in a blender with twice the amount of water. You blend it till it's creamy, put it through a drainer, and you have fabulous milk. And one last thing I wanted to say is that if you're wondering where you can get calcium, it's loaded in green vegetables, it's loaded in sunflower seeds, it's in salmon, it's, believe it or not, it's in oranges, it's in a lot of foods, and best of all, it's in figs.
Wow.
And being that I'm Dr. Figtree, I mean, hey, what can I tell you? That's
wow! Woo! That was packed full of goodness. I love that. All the ladies will look at each other. Yeah, we drink milk. No, I had to go off milk like 2 years ago. I started that whole thing, the sinuses, not asthma, but I'm like, God, it just wrecked me. It was like, I'm 54, so it's like when I was 52. And so it didn't happen at 50, folks. It could be a couple years after that, and then that was the end of the day. You drink a lot of milk, Ava?
No, my family actually went vegan 4 years ago, so we're all into like almond milk, soy milk. Nice. We have no milk at our house. It's crazy.
Steve, you drink milk?
But
the only time I drink chocolate milk after tough workouts because it's supposed to help with the recovery process.
D, you got milk? D, you got milk, D?
My favorite is the chocolate almond milk.
Kristen, you got milk?
Well, I was just thinking about this fabulous coffee drink that Sophia's mom made me with yogurt, with frozen yogurt in it coffee, and it was or ice cream. Yes. Okay. Well, then I do have milk.
All right. Oh, that's it. All right. Santa Barbara, we love you. Thank you for all of the encouragement. Thank you for all the kids, and thank you for all the support that you give those kids. God bless you. See you next week.